Assalamu alaikum. We're looking at the grammar skill, and this grammar skill is about if clauses for future possibility. We're talking about cause and effect. This is a cloud, and in the cloud you have rain, and it rains. This is the cause. And in the ground you have a seed. Because of the rain, the seed grows and becomes a flower. This is the cause, this is the effect. For the cause, we're using if. So let's say if it rains. If it rains. And what's the effect? The seed, this is a seed, the seed will grow. If it rains, the seed will grow. What's important for you to understand is that the if clause here, the verb is in the present simple. So for the if part of the sentence, if it rains, the seed will grow. If the if part of the sentence, the verb is in the present simple form. For the effect part or the result, we use a modal verb. So a modal verb is here. Modal: will, can, may, or might, or something like this. So these are like helping verbs. They help the verb grow. And it depends how strong what you want to say is. If you're sure, then you can use will. If you're not sure, if it's possible, you can use can. If it's slightly weaker than that, you can use may. Also notice that when you write the sentence, you have a comma between the first part and the second part, and a full stop at the end. Let's go back to the skill, and let's look at the examples they've given us. The first example here, if there is a lack of clean water. Lack means you don't have it. If you lack clean water, it means you don't have clean water. If there is a lack of clean water, diseases will spread very quickly. So the if clause, notice that the verb is in present simple form. There is a comma between the if clause and the result clause, between the cause and the effect. And there is a modal verb that we use for the result. And we're very sure about this. If there is a lack of clean water, diseases will spread very quickly. We're sure about this. So we use the modal will. We are very sure. Look at the second example. If you use hand sanitizer is like when you go into a hospital, sometimes on the wall they have a machine, you press the machine and it puts something in your hand to clean your hands, to sterilize or sanitize your hands. If you use hand sanitizer, you might not get sick this winter. So notice again the if clause, the cause, the verb is in present simple form, use. You have a comma between the first part and the second part, between the if clause and the result clause, between the cause and the effect, you have a comma. And you have a modal verb, might. You have the modal verb might. And we're not very sure that you won't get sick. It's weak, so we said might, may or might. The verb is get sick, the verb is spread. The modal will, the modal might. The last thing to note here is you can change the sentence round. So you can say, if there is a lack of clean water, diseases will spread quickly. Cause and effect. But you can also change the sentence to have the effect first and then the cause. So diseases will spread very quickly. This is the effect. diseases will spread very quickly if there is a lack of clean water. This is the cause. Notice that if we have the effect first and then the cause second, there is no comma. There's no comma here. So if you have the effect first and then the cause, there's no comma. If you have the cause first and the effect second, then you have a comma between the cause and the effect, between the if clause and the result clause. That's all you need to know. The first part, the verb is in present simple. The second part, with the verb, you'll have a modal verb, will or can or may or might, depending on how strong you feel, how sure you are. If the cause is first, you have a comma. If the effect is first in the sentence, there's no need for a comma. That's this skill. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something.